Hello everyone and welcome to Hope Channel Namibia. I am your host Okli Mwanga and I would like to welcome you for joining us for this special interview, this special talk where we are joined by ADRA-Namibia, where we will be talking about the Refugee Sabbath and in commemoration of the Refugee Sabbath that will be held on the 20th of June 2026. And in studio today, I am joined by Mr. Daniel. Mr. Daniel, how are you?
Good morning, Miss Manga. I'm fine. How are you?
I am good, thank you. And thank you for joining us this morning. This year's theme reminds us that the right to seek safety was made for you and for me until everyone is safe. Therefore, before we delve into the theme and into the whole Refugee Sabbath, we would like to know, what is ADRA? What does ADRA even stand for? What does ADRA do?
The name ADRA actually stands for the A is actually Adventist Development and Relief Agency. Adventist Development and Relief Agency. And we work hand in hand with the Adventist Church. Actually, our aim, our mission is to serve the world that everyone may live as God intended. Okay, so that's our mission so that everyone may live as God intended in this world. So God intend that that people should be suffering, or people should be sick of sicknesses, or people should not have healthy water and all that. So that is our mission in Namibia, in the world actually.
Right, thank you. I'm sure now we have a glimpse. If we didn't know what ADRA is, what ADRA stands for, what does ADRA do, and why is ADRA in charge of the World Refugee Day or the Refugee Sabbath? Therefore, Mr. Daniel is also here to help us understand what is the Refugee Sabbath all about, what is expected of you and I on this coming Sabbath. Therefore, my first question to you, Mr. Daniel, would be that why did you go ahead and choose this theme for the year, the one that says solidarity with refugees, the right to seek safety was made for you and for me until everyone is safe, we show up. Why that theme?
Yes, thank you so much. So that theme is actually to show the world, or Namibia as a whole, that every human being has a right to dignity and to safety, and also has a right to be protected, so that human rights are protected in wherever we find ourselves. So that is a theme to show that we as ADRA, or we as a Seventh-day Adventist Church, or we as the world, or as Namibians, stand together or hold hands with people who are with refugees, so to say. Yes. So it's just a theme to say we Namibians, or we human beings as a whole, in wherever we find ourselves, stand together with refugees. Yes.
Okay. So, why is it important as Adventists to observe the Refugee Sabbath?
First of all, Christians are we are to follow the steps of Christ, right? Christians has to follow the steps of Christ, wherever he found himself, he was always relieving the troubles, or the sicknesses of individual wherever he found himself. So it's very important, we as Christians, to also understand that there are also other individuals who are in need. And it reminds us to say that we were also, at certain points, we were also in need, or we also, like the Bible says, we're also foreigners in different countries, or we're in Egypt, right? That's what the Bible says. So it actually reminds us that we also live, we are to live as to represent Christ wherever we find ourselves, to relieve the sicknesses of others, to help those who are in need, or to follow the steps of Christ, if I may put it as a whole.
All right, maybe just to enlighten us more, because one might be wondering, what exactly do we mean by refugee? Is it just any refugee? Is it a random thing? Like, what do you mean by refugee? What categorizes the people as a refugee?
All right. So the term refugee is actually, it's a term that is used to actually to represent, or that shows no, not represent, let me just redefine it.
Okay.
Those are people who are forced to leave their homes to run for an asylum in a different country. So there are many factors that can actually force someone to leave their country. Maybe political persecution, you're being persecuted because of your political views, or you are being persecuted because of your religious belief, or you are being persecuted because of anything. So an individual who is forced to leave their home to come to a new country so that they can seek for assistance. And individually, people don't just leave their home because they want to leave their home, but these individuals, they are living because of the situation they find themselves to find a better future, a better home.
All right,
Yes.
thank you very much. There's a verse that I would actually like to read for us that challenges us as Christians to get involved in this refugee Sabbath, which is from Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 18 to 19, which says, "Love those who are foreigners, for you yourselves were foreigners in Egypt." Now, with this in mind, I'd like to ask, how does ADRA work closely to support these refugees in Namibia?
All right. So in Namibia, at this point today, as I'm talking to you today,
Mm,
we don't have a current event that is taking place. But in the years past, we have done that. We have been providing material. Let's say maybe we did provide materials like washing materials. We did plan not plan but dig boreholes for individuals that were in asylums. Also did provide clothes. We do run projects with other organizations to make sure that the refugees are also protected. We do the EU in other countries. Since ADRA is a worldwide organization, I
mm,
can also take credit for what other countries have done. So
okay.
other countries they also provide housing for individuals who have run out of who have run from their countries. They provide housing. They do provide healthcare, psychological support, all those things that individuals will need for them to live, um, and understand, for them to live a life that it doesn't really a life that that does show or make them feel at home, if I may put it that way.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. We will continue. This is a very interesting topic. It's a very interesting conversation we're having here. But before we proceed with the rest of our questions, we are going to take a break and we'll be right back.
ننزح من بلد لبلد ومن دار لدار ومنطرح لمطرح وما نلاقي بيت نقعد فيه وأيام يزعتونا من بيتنا اللي نقعد عندنا وأيام يخلونا.
Y le llaman los policías a uno y los policías en vez de ayudar a uno que tiene niños, no. Dele para afuera, dele para afuera. Sacan a uno también con tu niño.
It's very difficult to be a stranger because I do what I can do, but it's always not enough.
Bima lisusu te o bakomi susu koya bakomi kote kuna to bimi lisusu to kei.
Le digo que no es fácil. Dormir en la calle no es fácil.
You are no one, invisible. Because you are nothing, they will erase you and put you into this world.
Refugees didn't come to your country just because they wanted to use your funds to stay here like tourists.
It's what we're calling a pendular migration, where they go back and forth, hoping to be able to stay in their home, but not being able to because of the situation.
¿Qué quiero yo para ellos? Ponerlos a estudiar, que sean alguien en la vida.
هلا أنا بنتي حابب إنه لا يعني تتعب بحياتها.
I cannot give up in fulfilling a dream of my daughter.
Everybody wants to be home. Nobody actually wants to leave.
If nobody helped me from the bar, I will become a prostitute one day when I grow up.
أصلاً ليش بيعملوا حرب؟ ليش بيعملوا حرب؟ هاي الشغلة مش بإيدنا يا ماما.
Debemos siempre tener una visión más amplia de las cosas, no solamente concentrarnos en nuestra familia y en nuestra vida, sino siempre mirar más allá, mirar las necesidades de los demás, porque es que hay muchas personas que necesitan una mano amiga, necesitan que alguien les diga te quiero, te amo, lo puedes hacer, lo puedes lograr, puedes salir adelante, mira yo te apoyo, así no lo conozcan.
Ser más humano.
Más humano, más humano.
Welcome back from that short break. We are still talking about the refugee Sabbath that will be held on the 20th of June 2026. Before the break, you mentioned how ADRA has helped refugees over the years and even globally as a world organization, how other ADRAs in other countries have helped. Now, my question would be, how can the church or people as individuals, anyone who's watching this video, how can they help in terms of anything? Let's not limit it. How can they help ADRA to reach out and help these refugees?
Yes, thank you. I think I'll be saying thank you to every question. So
No
please.
problem.
Yes.
Feel free.
So that reminds me of the lady that only gave 2 pennies. I'm not sure if you know
Yeah,
that verse.
that story.
The lady that gave 2 pennies, and when Jesus Christ looked at it, he was like, that woman gave above than every other person that was giving, because she gave something from her heart. So how can the church help, or how can the church assist ADRA and also the world in general in order to celebrate this day? Because it's a celebration, a reminder of what the refugees are going through. You can actually give what you have, right, from your heart. I think the Bible says, "Do not give you must give liberally, right, from your heart." So that it actually say we must give, or individuals should give whatever they have from their heart. What can you give? You can actually give love. It's very difficult to give love these days, but you can give love. You can give a smile to someone who is not feeling well, or to an individual who is coming from far, who is not from your country. You can give a lot. It doesn't always limit you to money. If you have a lot of clothing, you can give. You can give support to individuals who are not who are refugees in your country or in your churches. They are there, and usually you call them foreigners. But actually, no one leaves their home if they feel safe to be there. So you can give whatever you have. Love, the most important thing that you can give. You can give money, you can give support, you can reach out to ADRA, or how you can work with ADRA in terms of reaching out to refugees.
All right. Just there, who should people contact if they want to donate in kind? Maybe they want to give money, or it's physical material things, maybe food stuff, or even clothing, blankets. Who can people contact?
The very first people to be contacted are the church elders, because they are the ones that are close to us. Then they can contact the conference. Then they can contact ADRA as well. ADRA-Namibia. Our offices are our main office is in Window Quest. What is this location?
Yeah,
Yes,
Window Quest.
Window Quest. And then we have also a field office in Zambezi region.
Okay.
Yes, they can contact us at either they can visit the head office here in Window Quest, or they can visit the field office in Zambezi region at Mamulilo. But we operate throughout the whole country. Like I said, this is a global organization. ADRA is a global organization. You can reach out wherever you find yourself to be available. First, church elders, because they are the closest people that you would meet, and then the general officers, then our country officers.
Okay. Since you're saying church elders, does that mean there are no representatives of ADRA in the church?
Yes, we have ADRA coordinators in every church organization.
Okay, so is it safer to go to the elders or to the ADRA coordinator?
I believe that the whole Seventh-day Adventist Church runs with the mission of reaching out to the whole world. And we trust that the church has chosen elders who know who the ADRA coordinators are.
Okay.
So I think the elders will be able to give a more they'll be able to point out who the ADRA coordinators are. Then they can represent us.
All right.
Yes.
On the same line, you mentioned that it is a celebration. We are celebrating the refugees. Therefore, is there anything planned in Namibia? Is there anything planned to commemorate or to celebrate this refugee Sabbath? Or it's just going to be a normal Sabbath as usual?
Yes, the main idea for this is to create awareness to individuals in the church.
Okay.
And we are also encouraging the preacher for this Sabbath to remind the church that there are individuals out there, to remind the church of refugees, wherever they find that there are refugees, people who are not living as they are living, right, who need asylum and all that. So I encourage the preachers that are preaching this Sabbath, so that they may preach on the love of Christ and also on the love of caring for foreigners who are forced to be out of their countries. So hopefully the individuals who are listening, who will be preaching, they will be alerted, or they will be made aware of this day, that there are foreigners out there, because we are also foreigners in sin, in many departments that we find ourselves. So I would say, yes, we are celebrating that day to remind. We are actually reminding the church to preach on love and on the foreigners.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Sometimes people have this fear or this connotation about refugees and whatnot, and people do not like to associate themselves with foreigners due to certain things they've heard, certain things they've watched, and so forth. So, what or how can Christians overcome this stereotype towards the refugees? If you can advise on that.
Right. You know, usually there are so many things that are done, or many rumors that have gone throughout the world, and it's very difficult to convince people otherwise. But first of all, we have to develop the love of Christ, right? The love of Christ. If the love of Christ is in our heart, then we'll be able to love individuals who are disadvantaged, right? So first of all, as a Christian, you need to understand that you are called to represent Christ wherever you find yourself. You are called to represent Christ wherever you find yourself. So you are called to love others, right? So as a Christian, I would advise that reach out to those people. Reach out to people and find out for yourself, is what I have heard really true? Yes, there are people that are using, and this world they are full of scammers.
Yeah.
You can't really say believe them, but test for yourself and see that, like the Bible says, test and see that the Lord is good. So also, you as a Christian, you shouldn't rely on many false information that has been stereotyped, or many information that has been put out there. But you yourself move close to those individuals. Show them love, right? You're not supposed to show. You're not supposed to. You can hear something about me, right? Which could be totally not true, right?
Yeah.
But if you get close to me, you would know the real me, or the real Daniel, or something like that. So also you have developed the character of Christ, and also move closer to those individuals and see what you can do for them.
All right. Before we close it off, is there any last words that you would like to leave for the viewers?
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you so much again. Like I said, I have promised that I will be saying thank you after every question.
No problem.
Yes, to the viewers, this is a day which reminds us that, where God is reminding us that we were foreigners in a certain country. Nobody chooses to leave their country or their home if their home is safe and secure. You always want to find a better future. You always want to find a better place for you to live. So wherever you find yourself, if there are refugees in your church, in your streets, wherever you find yourself, or close by, move closer to them. Show them love. Show them the love of Christ. Make them feel that they are welcome. You never know what can happen. Namibia today is a safe country and it's a free country, but you never know. You might be one of them as well. Hopefully, by the grace of God, we don't become like that. But
Yeah.
always reach closer to them. When you find a refugee, to the elders and to the preachers that are preaching this Sabbath, preach on the love of Christ. Preach on the love of Christ. Reach out on the love of Christ. Reach out to individuals who are vulnerable. Reach out to individuals who are refugees, because we are now celebrating, or we are reminding ourselves that there are millions of people that are not in their homes. Maybe they ran away because of the war in their country. Maybe they ran away because they are being persecuted of their Christian beliefs, or maybe they are being persecuted of any other thing. So as preachers, preach on the love of Christ. Preach on individuals who are not, preach on refugees, if I may put it that way. Yes, let us show the love of Christ wherever we find ourselves.
All right. you've heard it from, like they say, you've heard it from the horse's mouth itself. Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel, for joining us here at Hope Channel Namibia. And thank you for sharing such insightful insights regarding the Refugee Sabbath, because I'm sure quite a number of us saw a post and we are wondering, what is going on? What is this Refugee Sabbath? Therefore, let us come together, beloved. Let us help one another, pray for each other, care and help in kind when it comes to refugees, because you never know. You might find yourself in the same situation one day, or even worse, where you need help. So if you have the means to help, why not help? This is Okli Mwanga reporting for Hope Channel Namibia. Thank you and see you again.
Hope Channel Namibia.